Very good morning to you, children. I think you are all enjoyed your holidays and now you are in the mood to continue the studies. Am I correct? Okay. Now I'm starting a new topic or the new chapter, that is chapter 8, Impact of Technology on Livelihood. Means how the technology is affecting on our lives. Okay? In that part 1. Shall we continue? Good. I'm continuing. So the topics to be covered in this chapter are changes in technology, technological changes in agriculture, impact of the technology, changes in production process, decline in the use of animal power, loss of employment because of combined harvester, technology and industry, impact of power looms, decline of handlooms, technological changes in services sector. Changes in technology makes communication faster and easily available to all. New skills and new jobs. Now I'm continuing changes in technology. What is technology? Of course, in our daily life we are seeing the changes which we are observing. So technology is something we see and use every day. Every day we are seeing that, every day we are using. For example, nowadays you know that use of mobile. Without the mobile, nowadays life is not there. Of course, many of them they are behaving like that. Every day it is became one part of our body, of course. So that is a change of technology. You are watching a TV. Of course, from where the picture is playing, here we are watching. That is also the change of technology. Of course, computers. Now I am teaching. That is also change of technology. Of course, now you got the meaning of the technology. It is something we see and use every day. It is called something. That is technology. So what is the technology? Is the practical application of knowledge. Whatever the practical applications are there means something that inventing. Whatever we are thinking that the knowledge that we are applying for that, and in our everyday lives that leads to a new product. The practical application we are using. So every day suppose we are using that knowledge, it leads to a new product or improvement in the way something works or how something is done. For example, previous we have our classes in the classrooms, digi classes we used to watch. Some technology wise made it. Of course, for you maybe you know that well how to use the computers, maybe the mobiles around all, of course. For us it is new, of course, for some of the teachers, because we are already habituated to teach in the classroom teaching. But now it is the necessary, every day we are utilizing, we are seeing and using every day. So automatically we started to teach online classes in this way. That means this is also change of technology in a teacher's life. I think easily understood. From simple instruments and equipments to all the complicated machineries, means simple machinery to typical such a big machines also we are using. Those are all the part of technology. So it could be at home or a factory. Even maybe the technology we are using maybe at home or in the factory or in your communication areas or in the transport area, wherever it is maybe the changes which we can see. So every day the change which we are using or seeing, it is called the technology. See, this is the handmade weaving cloth they started. Of course, this is Charaka. You know that Gandhiji also wove his own cloth. You know that. So, like this is the handmade. Before the technology was invented. Of course, this is also one of the technology, but this is a old method. And you see, this is another one. Of course, carpet. They are making their own hand weaving carpet. In this way, basket making. Of course, at present also we are making the basket with the hands only. You know that. So these are all handmade, because at that time maybe the technology improvement is not there, but nowadays improved the technology, you can see that. So technology used nowadays, wherever we are using the technology, that maybe in the space explorations, in the factories we are using technology, transport, for example, first we have the cycle, then scooty, then car, buses, trains, of course all those we are using. Even trains also now, fastest trains, no, China, it has that fastest train. So like that, we have bullet trains and this all. Of course, in the transport, the technology changed. And like that, so many other things they are developing over time. And the steam engine changed many production processes in factories. Previous lessons we have studied industrial revolution and those lessons. So the steam engine also changed the many production processes in factories. First steam engine we utilized by boiling the coal, burning the coal by boiling water, that heat produced the electricity, so the factories used to get the power. But nowadays directly we are getting, without burning the coal, direct electricity we are getting. That means that is the technological change. Later on, with a new source of energy such as electricity, that we are at present using, even for the trains also, before steam engine, now directly electricity we are using. When a new mission or the method of production is created for the first time, then it is called an invention. When a new mission or new method of production is created, means made it for the first time that took place, means it is called an invention. However, practical application of these ideas takes a long time. Means to invent something, practical applications means every day we will practice by adding this and that and this. Again failures, again we'll check it, again new methods we'll use. So those are all called practical applications. So these ideas will take maybe long time and depends on many factors also. These could be improvements to make the technology effective. So many times we are practicing, we are applying that, then automatically improvement will get it. That improves our knowledge and the technology also. At the same time, it reduces the cost. As per the new techniques, suppose some invention is there, it reduces the cost. Acceptance of a new way at the product, while this improvement is there in the technology effectively to make that, it reduces the cost of new techniques. At the same time, acceptance of a new way of the product. Technical developments or technical improvements can be due to completely new type of machinery we are finding. For example, X-ray machine. Before we don't have. Now any fracture, X-ray. We know that. Now power looms. Before we used to have hand looms. That means handmade. Of course, at present also we have. But with the use of power, that means electricity, we are using power looms. Are changes in types of raw materials used in that. For example, some of the changes we are getting using the raw materials also. Before we used that rubber, some of the products. But instead of the rubber, we are using nowadays plastic. Means some of the products actually. Are reorganization of production processes. Maybe again production processes, some means again and again to do that, or maybe some changes we are getting in the place of tough one, we are making that easy to produce it. For example, Henry Ford of USA, the person's name is Henry Ford, he is from USA, started the assembly line method of production to produce more cars. I think you heard the cars, Ford car. Am I correct? You heard, you know very well. So those Ford cars, because of the person's name only, the car's name also Ford's. Okay, so that Ford's cars to produce, he made it assembly line, means all the parts of the cars, different industries is made. This all brought by one place, there they produce one car. So that assemble line he made it. Otherwise, one car to produce took that lot of time. But he brought an idea that is called assemble line. All the parts used to bring it, and that he produced the cars quickly in one place. So it's led to mass production in factories and huge increase in the output. At a time more cars they produced in one factory, so automatically more increase they got it in output. That means more cars were produced. So the internal combustion engine, that means it is called a fuel engine, means by joining two materials, two chemicals, they used to get the energy, actually fuel. So the internal combustion engine, new materials and chemical products, communication technologies, of course communication, radio, TV, computers, of course that communication means even newspaper also, that is mass communication, radio, these all. But computers comes under personal communication. So like that, some of those examples, there a vast range of practical application has been made to invent the radio or to invent the computers. Maybe how long they practiced to get that? Many days maybe they applied it, many days they worked it to find those missions or to make the inventions. Of course, like that. Nowadays it's become easy. Of course, technology is day by day improvement is going on. It's never stop, the invention. Technical change can lead to a new product or a new way of producing the same good or a service. Actually, the technical change is going on. New product, suppose to produce a new product. Otherwise, a new way of producing the same good, suppose same item, but in a new way, and technology made it somewhat new method. For example, previously radio means only we used to listen that Visakhapatnam radio station or something like that, or Sri Lanka, like that. But nowadays in that only same tape recorder, radio. But in that place nowadays we are not interested that radio, even in that place computers, TV, these are all, because watching and listening both it's completed. That means the same product in a new way to produce, or the same good or same service we can do. More jobs are created for those who have to supply raw materials, because to produce these all items we need the raw material also. So when the production is improving, automatically raw material also necessary, more raw material is necessary. In such place, more raw material also we use it, and where we use the more raw material, there it's created the more jobs also, such as iron also we need more, coal also we need more for the production of new machines. So in those areas more jobs were created. Also using these machines also leads to more jobs. That machines to use also, new jobs have started. For example, cars and buses are produced with iron and steel, and there is a demand for drivers, mechanics, petrol stations, because without petrol the bus can't run. Without driver also it can't run. Suppose any repair, mechanic is necessary. Or to assemble the car or bus also, mechanics are necessary. So these new jobs were actually created, of course, made it. Technology is not always welcomed. Actually, at present, whatever we studied, those are all actual benefits. Now, these are all actually opposites. That means mostly the people didn't accept it. That means demerits. Okay, those are all merits we read. No new jobs were they got it. But even technology always not accepted by all. Why? People are afraid that they would lose their jobs. Actually, they may lose their jobs because the machines have come means, previous lessons we studied, one mission entered means many of them they lost the job. Like that's happened. For example, in the 19th century in England, many textile artisans protested violently against the new power looms which would replace them, because till that time in the textile industries, human made product was going on. But when the machines have come, suppose, automatically many of them they lost the jobs. So they opposed violently against the new power looms, new machines. So with combined harvesters being used in agriculture, this is a mission. Of course, afterwards in the next class we are going to learn more. This combined harvester using in agriculture, many of the agricultural laborers lost their job because all the works this mission only completes. So in agricultural field also same reaction, they got it because the farmers opposed this mission, entry of this mission. In India, when computers were introduced, of course starting when the computers were introduced, people thought that they would lose their job. Of course, it's happened. Many of them they felt that they are losing the job. But it is true that some jobs will be lost, but other new jobs will be created. Some of them may lose that, but those who have skills in that particular instrument or mission, they will get the job. That means some of them they lost, some more new jobs were created. However, technology impacts different sections of the society in different ways. What are the different sections? Of course, we have economics wise 3 sections. One is the primary sector, secondary sector, tertiary sector. So in these areas, how it's affected the technology, how its impact is there, that we are going to study. Is there a way out of this situation? Of course, any situation is there to out of this one. Are there overall benefits are there? So this to analyze such situations we will study 3 different situations are there. I said already 3 sectors. One is the agricultural sector, as per the primary sector means naturally whatever it is available, agriculture is natural. Secondary sector means as per the industries how the situations are there. Tertiary sector means services, how it's affected on the services, that we are going to study in this chapter. Technological changes in agriculture. Agriculture around the time of independence was traditional. Of course, we know, first I have shown the pictures. When we got independence, those are all traditional, handmade. Farmers produced the paddy, wheat, vegetables, so these are all traditional way. And mostly they depended on rainfall. In some areas, they got water from the tanks and rivers. But most farmers were able to cultivate only once in a year. Of course, in those days, if the availability water as per that only they used it to produce. But nowadays what is going on? We are digging the canals, constructing the dams. See, simple implements. At that time they have used that wooden floors, sickle, spades and crowbars. These are all they used in the fields to cultivate. These are all old instruments, old methods they used. And farmers used to save seeds on their own for the next season. At that time, the farmer himself used to save the or store the seeds that to use for next year or the next season he can sow the seeds. And at that time, bullocks were used to transport the goods for plowing also. Even for other agricultural operations also they use the bullocks. But agricultural goods were produced mostly for self-consumption. That means for the use within the family. For self means for their family only. Not to sell it in the market, earn the money or profit, nothing is there. Only some of that whatever balance was there, that they sold in the market. These are all traditional ways. But after independence, the government began building dams, providing irrigational facilities by encouraging the use of tube wells. So these are all pump sets, run on electricity or diesel. Of course, these are all irrigational facilities were provided. Tube wells also the government has provided to dig the tube wells can provide improvement in the agriculture. Building dams also started, means whenever it's necessary, the dams will release the water that we can utilize for improvement of the agriculture. Even pump set in the agricultural lands, and those also run on electricity. or the diesel or petrol. Those are all mostly they use that by drawing the water. That means from underground the water, it brings the water on the earth's surface. There are many far-reaching technological changes we got it in agriculture. Water was made available to farmers for irrigation continuously in most parts of the country. Where the rivers are there, in such areas, the government made it irrigational facilities, that means continuation provision of the supply of water. Where they produced yearly one crop, mostly they started to produce two crops or three crops like that, yearly 2 to 3 crops, or 2 to 3 times they have done the agriculture. So, new seeds from research centers, those were given more quantity of production. At the same time, fertilizers they used, pesticides they have used, and those were also sold by cooperative societies. That means for less cost, the farmers used to get the fertilizers and pesticides, or through the shops in the markets. Those all mostly cheaply available, that to improve the production. And farmers were encouraged to buy and use new agricultural machinery. Actually, at that time, farmers were given encouragement, that is after the independence time, and they can buy and use that new agricultural machinery, and as per that they can improve their agriculture also production, that is tractors, or maybe for cutting machines, sewing machines, of course many other machineries introduced. Impact of technology, how the technology affected on the people's life. Increased in the production. Use of modern technology in agriculture helped the farmers to produce more food grains. Modern technology, by using the modern technology, farmers improved their food grains and other goods, whatever they used to produce. And at the same time, farmers are able to get more yield. Yield means grains. Okay, so they were used to get more grains in the same area. Before they used to get suppose 10 bags of paddy, but now because of the improvement of the seeds or fertilizers using, pesticides they are using, new methods and new machines they are using, so they used to get that maybe in the place of 10 bags of paddy, 20 bags. So improvement is there in the cultivation now. And look at the following table. Of course, one of the table it is given how the production improved. It is showing there was a two-fold increase, means 2 times improvement is there in the amount of food grains such as paddy, wheat, cereal crops, pulses. Those were produced in India during last 4 decades. That means last 40 years. See, during 1990s and in the first decade of the 21st century, farmers are able to produce more than 200 million tons of food grains every year. Actually, 1990s, before that, you see that yearly production of food grains in India, 1961 to 75, approximately 15 years, the production is 101 million tons. But as per 1976 to 98, next 15 years, you can see that 157 million tons improvement is there. But 1991 to 2009, this is 2009 means 21st century. At that time, totally you see, here 101, here doubled, more than double. That is 229 million tons per year, the production is there, food grains. Changes in production process. The use of agricultural machinery also changed the production process quite considerably. Actually, agricultural machines are the change. Mostly it's changed the production process. Within the limited time, more production they got it. Such a change it's brought in the agriculture. In some areas, farmers began to cultivate their farms twice in a year, which increased employment also, opportunities for laborers. Suppose one crop is grown per annum, it's maybe some jobs they got it. But when 2 times the crop is grown in the same particular land, some new employment also, or means more employment also provided for the laborers. Use of agricultural machinery made the agricultural workers to prefer to working on daily basis rather than on the annual basis. Actually, when the agricultural missions were used more, then agricultural workers also preferred to work on daily basis rather than annual basis. Before they used to work for annum, per year they'll work, total for a year they used to get the paddy or the cash or something. But now daily wages they are working, so on that day itself they'll clear the wage. They are free to work for any farmer. Before they used to work on one farmer or two farmers like that. But now, if daily basis were there, they can work for any farmer who pays the better wages, means salaries. But there is no assured employment. But continuation, they won't get the employment. Before they used to get continuation 1 year employment. But now here, they are changing from one farmer to another farmer now. Here, security is not there. Peak agricultural operations such as transplantation and harvest of paddy is the only time when laborers can demand a better wage. Actually, transplantation time, human labor is necessary. Machines cannot be worked such a way. At the same time, harvesting time. These two times, mostly the agricultural farmers need the laborers. Demand is there for them. So, they can get the more wages or better wages. However, nowadays large farmers often prefer to get this work done using machines. Nowadays they are using these machines for even harvesting and transplanting. So on one hand, laborers gain some work but also lost their traditional jobs. As per that, they are getting the work. As per the machines, maybe they are losing their traditional jobs. This is the time to continue the assignment, Nana. Okay, be careful to do the work and listen the lesson properly and do the assignment. Bye children, we'll meet in the next class.